My name is Russ Perry. I am the CEO and founder of Design Pickle. We're a graphic design company that does flat rate graphic design services. Some of the biggest challenges that we were facing were twofold. One, in relation to our global team. We have currently over 400 team members around the world, and adopting some kind of system or some kind of format for everyone to operate and communicate in a cohesive way was just becoming too much to bear. Also, the second part was we tried implementing, reading a book and implementing different ideas, but there was never traction with the concepts that I brought to the table, mainly me, around keeping the momentum going for having some kind of structure. I'd read some cool book, I'd get really excited, I'd throw it together, present it to the team, we'd do it for a couple weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, and then it would fade away. So we were really looking for something that was scalable, but also that wasn't going to fade away after the initial wow wore off. I have read practically every management book there is. I love the study of it. And I'd actually come across EOS years ago, a long time ago, when the book Traction probably came out. My firm belief is the reason this worked is because we didn't try to do it ourselves. That was the game-changing difference with entrepreneurial or operating system, was that we actually put an investment into the implementation. We were held accountable for that. We had coaching resources. We were just trying to wing it. And that's the biggest difference that we've had. Every other time before, it was usually myself, the founder, trying to convince people to do it. But then after the initial meetings, there was no other structure for that. Also, another thing about EOS that I've loved is it's radically simple. It is not something that you're sitting back and learning and you're understanding these concepts for the first times. It's like common sense, basic things. And that has allowed us to roll that out from the top to the bottom of the organization, which is fantastic, because we don't need to invest a ton of time. We do need to invest time, but we don't need to invest a ton of time explaining the things. It's just, here's what it is. Here's how you do it. Now let's practice it. One of the most valuable things that I found about the whole process is that my leadership team is actually really excited about it. And what that means to me is that it allows me to stay in my unique space. I'm less worried about how things are running because the EOS system provides me so much data, whether it's our weekly meetings, whether it is the dashboards, the software we use. And that is life-changing for me, especially in our more mature version of our company, because we're no longer a small little startup where we can just do a little bit of stuff here, do a little bit of stuff there, and I know everything that's going on. I can have my fingers in everything. We have so many projects, we have so many team members, so many clients, and prior to this system, I would lose sleep over not knowing. And now I have that calm peace of mind, and my leadership team is excited to implement it. Probably maybe because I'm not in their hair so much. It gives them a tool and a framework to operate within that we don't need all of the little nuanced check-ins and this and updates and all of these kinds of things that were taking up a ton of our time previously. And I think they have seen the support from me, and that has been something that has allowed me to really trust in them, and vice versa, which just has leveled up our leadership team beyond anything that it's been before. So the value of EOS has, the concepts, what we do is fantastic, but having a software tool like 90.io we wouldn't be successful without it, especially with our company. We have 90% of our team works remotely, relative to the size of our company. So having a tool that everyone can access at any time is instrumental. Plus the tool is just simply well designed. It's simple, it's clear, there's not a lot of complexity to it. And I can pull it up, from any device that I have access to, see where the company's at, and they've thought about EOS in a really fluid way. I use 90 as my home screen tab when I open up a new Chrome tab. And it gives me a place where every day I go online, I see what I'm focused on. It's present, it's there. And that helps with my own personal accountability. Not only that, but it also helps me keep up to date with what everyone's doing. Like, we just have our full teams now doing L10 meetings, and I get the automatic reports. I don't even need to be in the meeting, and I feel like I know exactly what's been going on, which again, that stress, that sleeplessness is just like subsiding. And I'm sure my teammates love it too, because then I'm not like tinkering around and micromanaging with it. The reason I chose Colin was simple. It was because he has applicable real world business experience before he decided to go into the EOS space. And to me, that was game changing in terms of who I wanted to trust, help guide myself, help guide my team. That I've been in the trenches. I understand. I've built big teams. I've worked in small teams. I understand software. I understand technology. I understand systems and sales and marketing, not because I studied it, but because I've done it for quite some time. That is experience that you feel in the sessions, and how Colin manages the room, how Colin coordinates the tools between different people with different levels of experiences, the knowledge that we're learning and everything. That's been fantastic. Also, gut checking or shoulder checking myself as a CEO, that's important. And I find that he is not afraid to speak his mind. And often in times when you're hiring consultants, you're hiring outside people to come into organization, there's a little bit of concern you're not going to hear the truth. Trust me, that's not the case. So it's been great. And also just the out of the session support. Like, I don't know if that's all clients get that, but at least for me, it's been something that I'm not afraid to send them a text about something around what we're working on, and the attention and the commitment beyond the sessions has just been huge. After our first session, I was so impressed and that the support and the connection and how the meeting was run, and how I now describe Colin as this perfect combination of Mr. T, Mr. Miyagi, and Mr. Rogers. I'm gonna get in your face and be really aggressive, but I'm also gonna teach you, and I'm gonna let you learn. I'm not gonna do it all for you, and then I'm just a friendly guy, like, gonna give you a hug and make you feel super warm and fuzzy.